Language Foundations Vocabulary Flashcards, helping you achieve understanding.
The act of accomplishing some aim or executing some order. The agency was created for the implementation of the policy. The act of implementing, providing a practical means for accomplishing something, carrying into effect. The act of accomplishing some aim or executing some order. The act of performing, of doing something successfully, using knowledge as distinguished from merely possessing it. Putting a condemned person to death. Law, the completion of a legal instrument, such as a contract or deed, by signing it, and perhaps sealing and delivering it, so that it becomes legally binding and enforceable. The act of accomplishing some aim or executing some order. The act of performing, of doing something successfully, using knowledge as distinguished from merely possessing it. A routine court order that attempts to enforce the judgment that has been granted to a plaintiff by authorizing a sheriff to carry it out. Unlawful premeditated killing of a human being by a human being. Computer science, the process of carrying out an instruction by a computer. The act of implementing, providing a practical means for accomplishing something, carrying into effect. The act of enforcing, ensuring observance of or obedience to. Something that people do or cause to happen. Something that people do or cause to happen. A legal document signed and sealed and delivered to effect a transfer of property and to show the legal right to possess it. He signed the deed. Something that people do or cause to happen. Pretend to have certain qualities or state of mind. He acted the idiot. Behave unnaturally or affectedly. She's just acting. Something that people do or cause to happen. A legal document codifying the result of deliberations of a committee or society or legislative body. Perform an action, or work out or perform an action. Think before you act. A short performance that is part of a longer program. He did his act 3 times every evening. Perform on a stage or theater. She acts in this play. Have an effect or outcome, often the one desired or expected. How does your idea work in practice? Behave in a certain manner. Show a certain behavior, conduct or comport oneself. You should act like an adult. Play a role or part. She wants to act Lady Macbeth, but she is too young for the role. A manifestation of insincerity. He put on quite an act for her benefit. A subdivision of a play or opera or ballet. Be engaged in an activity, often for no particular purpose other than pleasure. Be suitable for theatrical performance. This scene acts well. Discharge one's duties. She acts as the chair. The act of motorizing, equipping with motors or with motor vehicles. The act of motorizing, equipping with motors or with motor vehicles. Translating an idea into action. A hard theory to put into practice. A customary way of operation or behavior. It is their practice to give annual raises. Avail oneself to. Practice a religion. Systematic training by multiple repetitions. Practice makes perfect. Learn by repetition. Pianists practice scales. Engage in a rehearsal of. Engage in or perform. Practice safe sex. Carry out or practice, as of jobs and professions. Practice law. Knowledge of how something is usually done. It is not the local practice to wear shorts to dinner. The exercise of a profession. The practice of the law. Translating an idea into action. Differences between theory and praxis of communism. Space for movement. Make way for. A course of conduct. We went our separate ways. Thing or person that acts to produce a particular effect or achieve an end. The true way to success. A line leading to a place or point. Didn't know the way home. To a great degree or by a great distance. Very much, right. Smart, is regional in the United States. Way over budget. How something is done or how it happens. A lonely way of life. A general category of things, used in the expression, in the way of. They didn't have much in the way of clothing. A journey or passage. They are on the way. Any artifact consisting of a road or path affording passage from one place to another. He said he was looking for the way out. A portion of something divided into shares. They split the loot 3 ways. Doing as one pleases or chooses. If I had my way. The condition of things generally. That's the way it is. The property of distance in general. It's a long way to Moscow. The state of serving as an official and authorized delegate or agent. Thing or person that acts to produce a particular effect or achieve an end. An example is the best agency of instruction. An administrative unit of government. A business or organization that provides a particular service, especially the mediation of transactions between 2 parties. The state of being in action or exerting power. The agency of providence. The act of arranging a piece of music for an orchestra and assigning parts to the different musical instruments. An artifact, or system of artifacts, that is instrumental in accomplishing some end. The act of providing or using the instruments needed for some implementation. The instruments called for in a musical score or arrangement for a band or orchestra. A prayer asking God's help as part of a religious service. Calling up a spirit or devil. An incantation used in conjuring or summoning a devil. The act of appealing for help. Considerable capital, wealth or income. He is a man of means. Thing or person that acts to produce a particular effect or achieve an end. A means of control. An instrumentality for accomplishing some end.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.